Okay.
The longest 5 seconds I've ever spent. I am here with Chris Olsen.
Yes.
That's your name, and this is your photography studio, which is using a replica, or is this an original?
This is a replica with an original lens.
All right.
Of an 1860s Anthony style. That's the company that made this style camera. Up until Polaroid, this was the fastest process. You could say that you wanted a picture, get the picture in as little as 5 minutes. And a Polaroid is still a couple of minutes for developing, even the modern ones. It could be done on glass or metal, positives or negatives. So if you wanted to make many different pictures, it would be a slightly longer exposure. You have to sit there longer, and it would be on glass. But I could make as many pictures as you would like from that negative.
Yes.
I could also do this on glass. Let me show you. Step around.
All right. Take that, please. Thank you.
One of the nice things about this process, and that makes it particularly unique, is that you can have
a negative image,
but then
it becomes a positive.
it becomes positive when you put a black background on it. And that's the same principle as with the tintypes, except it's on black lacquered metal instead of glass.
So we have a subject here to be photographed, and you have this blue light. Could you please explain to us about the blue light?
All right, so the blue end of the spectrum is what this process is more susceptible to. It's more sensitive to the blue light. So while the white light does a good job, it'll add a little bit of speed and also a little bit of depth by having the blue lights. So Louisa's going to focus them in. And while she's doing that, I'm going to disappear and I'm going to put the plate into the plate holder. That way he doesn't have to stand under the lights forever. Yes. Okay, are we ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
All right.
Just go ahead, Louise. All right, so we've put the now light-sensitive plate into the plate holder, and she's focused him in.
Okay,
So now she's going to cover up the lens,
for a long 6 seconds.
and it's going to be a 6-second long exposure. So she covers the lens with her hand, removes the dark slide, and she'll remove her hand and make the exposure.
Ready?
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 6. Thank you.
There we go. So now I'm going to take it and I'll develop it. So it's done very much the same way as pouring the collodion onto it, just with developer. And then I keep an eye on the image, and when it's finished, I will put it in water, rinse it off. We fix it, that brings the image all the way out. And voila. So it's been in the rinse water now for about 10-15 minutes. Now, the whites on these plates, these whites, are metallic silver, so they'll tarnish. Now, one thing you'll notice as the plate dries is that it will lighten up substantially, and it'll darken up again when I put the varnish on. During reenactments, I do this over a flame. The hot plate is nice. I can do multiple ones. There it goes. Now is also a time where I start doing a little bit of diagnosis on what might be going on with my chemistry in general. For example, if the blacks were kind of frosty, looked like they had a film over it, that means that my developer is too active. So I might add a pinch of sugar to it to help restrain it, or just add a little bit of water. And there's always one little spot that takes forever. But this hot plate makes it a little bit too hot to varnish, so I'll pull it off for the rest. Now start.
Oh my goodness! I haven't played with one of these in forever. Wow. Okay.
And now it's varnished.
Lovely.
And you see the contrast is raised a little bit. It's nice and shiny. We just have to wait a couple of minutes for the varnish to dry and we can hand it off to him. Ah, yes, I have an Instagram, which is Dagnabbit Studio on Instagram.